Well, this is new for a Sunday video, but I'm going to be showing you guys today some of the DIY office decor tips and tricks that I used for my space. A tip that works for me when decorating my office and office supplies is upcycling old glassware. It just makes everything look a little bit more cleaner and not so bulky, and then I purchased the same matching color supplies that I want to directly use next to my desk so it's more aesthetically pleasing. I wanted to keep my desk as clean as possible, and since I DIY'd a huge pegboard wall, I just designated a shelf that was kind of out of sight for all the supplies. And I made it match the color scheme, so that was a plus. Next, I wanted to store supplies that I directly needed, but I wanted it to be out of sight, so I'm using this decorative storage box. I'm upcycling some jars and then just dispersing the supplies that I use the most into those. Now, you don't have to use these jars, you can use Ziploc baggies, but I like the aesthetic of if I pull this out and it is on my desk, it's still really cute. I started out by putting Post-its and then all the supplies that I wanted, and then I started thinking about what I always wish I had when I'm at my desk working. That included some sanitizer, chapstick, because obviously, and then I always carry these oil absorbing wipes with me in my purse, so I bought another one to keep next to me by my desk. Another thing that I love to have on hand are these little electronic wipe and goes, and they're just little packages that can fit in really compact places, so I added those to the box as well. One more error was that this top wouldn't go on because the Post-its underneath it were making all the stuff in it too high, so I took that out and had to rearrange once more. So again, it is a little bit of trial and error. Your box obviously isn't gonna look like mine. Make it work for your space. Some great places to find decorative boxes are Target, Home Goods, and actually Goodwill, like this wicker one that you see. This next DIY just came to me when I realized that I had these leftover holders from air plants from Trader Joe's, so I went ahead and I spray painted it white. I picked up some decorative fillers from Michael's that reminded me of some crystals, and then I grabbed my hot glue gun. Then I just went crazy with hot glue and kind of fit the crystals to the sides of this to create a crystal candle holder. So I just start at the base gluing crystals on randomly, and then there kind of becomes a routine and you get the hang of it after a little bit. I am actually pleasantly surprised how this turned out because just sitting on the shelf in my office when it reflects the light, it is so gorgeous, and then when you pop a candle in there and light it, it just adds such a cool vibe. I found this little rack or grill at my Goodwill for $1, and then you're going to need scissors, hammers, leather, which you can get from Michael's, you can get faux leather, and some push pins, and E6000 glue. You are also going to need these D loops, which I found in Michael's in the knitting section, and I spray painted them gold, and then you're going to cut 2 strips of leather that fit through those D hoops. I spray painted the grill a flat white, and then I took those leather strips and fed them through the little lips on the end of the grill. I then hooked one of those D brackets onto the piece of leather and folded a little bit of extra over, added some E6000, and I pushed that down to dry. Where I just folded that piece over, I also covered that area with E6000 and then folded the leather strap up to itself to connect it so you have an actual leather strap. I flipped it over and then put a piece of scrap wood underneath it and pushed 1 gold pin through the center near the top to class it up a little bit. I flipped it over and hammered the sharp pointy piece down and then cut off the excess and added some E6000 glue to where that little pokey thing was to cover it up, and then I also sealed where I cut that excess off to just make it a little bit more secure. To hang this guy up, I just screwed in 2 hooks to the wall that were able to hold the weight, and then obviously you hook it onto where those little D hoops are and decorate it to your heart's content with whatever clips, but I used gold binder clips. I just built this desk and it's been undecorated and extremely bare for a while now, and I actually like it, so I want to keep the decor super minimal. This necessarily isn't a DIY, but a tip. I had my printer sitting elsewhere, just kind of in the abyss, so I cut out a piece of wood and made a little makeshift shelf for my printer so everything kind of stays in one place and I can kind of confine the wires. And my last tip for you is to have a little relaxation area. If that is your favorite candle or room spray or incense and crystals, whatever makes you just chill, have it available in your workspace. I hope that you guys enjoyed this DIY office decor tips and tricks type of video. I know it's kind of scattered, but I'm just trying to share with you what I'm actually utilizing in the space that I'm creating. Also, let me know what you guys are thinking about this Sunday video. I want to give it a go versus Monday video, so leave me a comment down below. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I will see you Wednesday for another DIY.